I want to end this lecture with evolutionary trees. I've already introduced you to an evolutionary tree. Here's a beautiful example and really getting down to how we can dissect evolutionary trees. And I'm showing you four-limbed animals here in this evolutionary tree. So we're reading from left to right in this evolutionary tree. On the left side of this evolutionary tree are going to be older organisms, so the ancestors, if you will, and on the right side of this evolutionary tree are going to be more modern organisms. So you can think of organisms that exist today are on the right side. Each time this evolutionary tree branches, so here if I'm reading it left to right, and here, boom, I get to this part right here where it branches, it goes different ways. Each branch represents a common ancestor. So number one is a common ancestor of whatever follows to the right of that number one. So here if I follow, I just want to point out, if I follow this tree, bam, I see ancestor number one. Well, it looks like ancestor number one, if I keep following the tree, is going to be lungfishes are going to be descended from that ancestor. Well, also everything to the right as well, everything to the right. Amphibians all the way to hawks and other birds are also going to be part or descended from that common ancestor number one. So we can actually see how lungfishes are related to the amphibian. We can see how lungfishes are related to hawks and other birds by common ancestor number one. It gets more detailed as you go further along. Let's say I go here, here, here. Ooh, common ancestor number 6, all the way towards the end there. Common ancestor number 6 are going to be shared and descended. Ostriches are going to be descended from common ancestor number 6. Hawks and other birds are going to be descended from common ancestor number 6. Appreciate that these organisms are descended from ancestor number 6. Crocodiles are not. Crocodiles never got there. Lungfishes certainly are not. Lungfishes don't have any other ancestors with anything else other than common ancestor number 1. So as we go to the right, we get more detailed with the common ancestor shown between the different species. This is important, evolutionary trees, because homologous structures, remember that common ancestry is important for homologous structures. We can use homologous structures in evolutionary timelines to determine how organisms are related to each other. So I actually showed you everything in this tree timeline except for the homologous structures that are highlighted in blue. So if I actually follow it here, I'll go ahead and go to the right. There's common ancestor number 1 again. Lungfishes, as well as everything else, are descended from common ancestor number 1. Well, if I go over here to the right, keep following, here I see my first homologous structure, tetrapod limbs. 4 limbs is what I'm saying with tetrapod limbs. Well, everything to the right of this homologous structure is going to have 4 limbs. And that's true. If I look to the right of here, everything to the right, I see amphibians. They have 4 limbs. Mammals, definitely. Lizards and snakes definitely do. Not so apparent, but actually on the structural level, they do have 4 limbs. Crocodiles, ostriches, hawks, and other birds. Yep, these are all tetrapods. So this homologous structure can go ahead and group those guys on the evolutionary timeline, and I can see how they're related. If I look even more to the right, and if I keep going, there's common ancestor number 2. Amphibians will have common ancestor number 2 related, as well as everything else. Lungfishes do not. Remember, it must be to the right of it. Lungfishes did not occur to the right of that common ancestor. If I keep going on, the amnion, that's my next homologous structure, appears here, the amniotic sac. Well, it looks like mammals, all the way to hawks and other birds, will all share an amnion together. Amphibians do not. Amphibians did not follow that timeline. So I want you to try and look at the other homologous structures, feathers being the other one, to see how these organisms share those homologous structures. And